Pregnant Before Marriage. A true story about love, judgment, and courage. Part 1. Small town, big dreams. Emily Harper was born and raised in Coldwater, a small southern town with no Starbucks, no skyscrapers, and no secrets. Everyone knew each other's name, car, business, and sins. Her father was a deacon. Her mother was the choir director. Every Sunday, they sat on the same pew with their 3 children dressed like catalog models. Emily, the eldest, was the golden girl. Top grades, flawless manners, always helping, always smiling. From a young age, Emily knew she wanted more than Coldwater could offer. She dreamed of city lights, busy streets, and a life far from whispering mouths. So when she earned a full scholarship to university, she felt like she was walking into the life she was meant for. She didn't expect Nathan Hayes. Janet. Part 2. A dangerous kind of love. Nathan wasn't from Coldwater. He was from Atlanta, with a sarcastic smile and messy hair that screamed rebellion. He majored in psychology and played guitar in a garage band. He drank black coffee and questioned authority. Emily was drawn to him like moth to flame. They met at a debate event, arguing opposite sides. After the competition, he winked at her and said, "Smart girls scare me. That's why I like them." That night, they stayed up talking about dreams, family, books, and fears. And they kept talking over coffee, over text, over long walks through campus. They became a couple by accident and fell in love on purpose. That's part 3. 2 lines that changed everything. It started with nausea, then fatigue, then a late period. Emily brushed it off until she couldn't. Alone in her dorm bathroom, she stared at the test as the 2 pink lines appeared. Her body went numb, her chest tight. She took 3 more tests, all positive. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She just sat in silence, staring at the truth, pregnant. At 21, unmarried, church girl, deacon's daughter. She texted Nathan, "Can we talk?" Part 4. Shockwaves. Nathan showed up in 10 minutes. When she told him, he stared at the wall for a full minute. Then he said, Okay, we'll deal with this. We'll be okay, but his eyes said otherwise. His hands were shaking. The following days were a blur of tears, Google searches, and whispered arguments. Abortion? No, not for Emily. Adoption? Maybe. Keep the baby? How? When she called her mom, she tried to sound strong, but her voice cracked halfway. Silence, then screaming, then crying. Her father didn't speak to her for 3 days. Then he finally said, "You've embarrassed this family." And part 5. Scarlet Letter. Word spread fast in Coldwater. People who once praised her now looked at her with pity or disgust. At church, the women stopped hugging her. Some refused to look at her belly. One even said, "You should have gotten married before showing your face here again." Her younger sister cried because kids at school teased her. Her mother cried behind closed doors. Her father stopped coming to church altogether. Emily withdrew. She stopped singing in the choir. She stopped attending campus events. Even her professors noticed the light leaving her eyes. But one woman didn't judge. Choo. On part 6. A friend in the fire. Her name was Tanya Lopez, a classmate in her biology course. Tanya had grown up in a rough part of Miami. She had tattoos, drove a loud car, and said exactly what was on her mind. When she found out about the pregnancy, she didn't flinch. "So what? You're pregnant. Big deal. You're not the first and won't be the last." Tanya took her shopping for prenatal vitamins, gave her hand-me-down baby clothes, and talked about life like it was survivable. Don't let these small-town people define your worth. You're not a failure. You're a mother. Teachba. Part 7. Almost married, Nathan, pressured by guilt and his parents, proposed with a small ring and a nervous voice. "Let's do the right thing. Let's get married before the baby's born." Emily stared at the ring. She wanted to say yes, but something inside her said no. "I don't want to be your burden. I don't want a wedding built on shame." Nathan didn't fight, and that hurt more. See. Part 8. Labor and Liberation. On a stormy evening in May, Emily went into labor. Her water broke in the university library. Tanya rushed her to the hospital. Nathan arrived 20 minutes later. Her mother came, but waited in the hall. 14 hours of pain, sweat, screaming, then a cry, then silence, then love. Emily held her baby girl, Lily Rose, and felt a power she had never known. "I may be broken, but I'm still worthy." Part 9. Redemption. The months that followed weren't easy. Sleepless nights, bills, gossip, loneliness, but also laughter, first words, baby steps, a graduation gown. Emily graduated top of her class with her baby in her arms. She got a job, moved to the city, started writing a blog. Her blog went viral. Before the ring, diary of a pregnant college girl messages flooded in. "You saved me. You gave me strength. I chose life because of your story." She turned judgment into justice. Part 10. 10 years later today, Emily Harper is a best-selling author, speaker, and founder of the Before Foundation, supporting single mothers in education. Lily is 10, strong, bright, beautiful. Nathan visits regularly. They're not lovers, but they're a team. Emily still hears whispers, but they no longer hurt. She walks into churches, colleges, conferences, not as a victim, but as a warrior.